Hey, I am glad to see you. Are you ready for a great class? This is going to be Counseling 5613, Biopsychosocial Aspects of Addiction. You're going to love this course. Why? Well, because you get to control everything. You know what? You get to decide when you come to class. You get to watch the lectures at 3 a.m., 4 in the afternoon, whenever you want. You don't have to go out in 100-degree heat. You don't have to fight for parking places. You can just have a great time. So enjoy this class. A couple things you need to know. You need to submit all quizzes and assignments by their due dates. Say with me, I will submit all quizzes and assignments by due dates. Cross your fingers, you promise to do that. You got to do that. Otherwise, if I receive anything late, I will not score it. That wouldn't be fair to the people who got their materials in on time. In other words, you will lose all points for any quizzes or assignments, tests, anything turned in late, you'll lose in all points, okay? So don't do that to me. Please get your materials in on time. Remember, my tests, the junkie tests, are open book, so enjoy them and get those good grades on them, okay? And you can take them more than once. You can look it up in the syllabus. It describes what you need to do to make that happen. You just if you decide to take the test more than once, you just have to make sure your materials are in by the original due date. The course has experienced a lot of changes over the years. Most recently, we've changed from the DeWico book to the Caligari and Candelli book. I just call that the C and K book. And so you're going to need to read that C and K book, and I will augment that with my videos. Sometimes you'll hear in my videos I talk about DeWico. Don't worry about that. Don't panic. Don't cover your ears. DeWico was a great author. He's passed away, and some of his materials got dated, and I just couldn't see forcing you to have a more expensive book. His book got very expensive. So please, we're going with the C and K book. It's a great book. It gives you the basics, and I'll augment things. Remember, this is a 10-week course. Fall, spring, 15 weeks. This is 10 weeks. In other words, you're going to be doing 15 weeks worth of work in 10 weeks. So you got to keep up. If whatever happens, understand this would be the time to drop the course right now if you don't want to do that fast pace. But this course is going to be fast pace. It's all online, and it's in your book. So read those C and K chapters, okay? And once Canvas is back up and running, you'll be able to see what's coming on up, and I think it'll go smoothly. But again, you're going to be going through 15 weeks worth of material in 10 weeks. If that doesn't fit for you, maybe you got a long vacation this summer, maybe you got something coming on up, understand, drop the course now. That's the best way to go, all right? So for just about all your junkie quizzes, you need to read your C and K chapters, all right? Later in the course, we're going to be talking about some critically important instruments. Right now, I want to talk to you about the Substance Abuse Subtle Screening Inventory. Give me one finger. One finger, not that finger. I saw you lift that finger. This finger, okay? It's the #1 substance abuse assessment instrument for substance use disorder. I love it. The SASSI, the Substance Abuse Subtle Screening Inventory. Say SASSI. Good job. Current SASSI is the SASSI 4. They're great people. It's got a great instrument. This is an incredibly useful instrument, especially related to substance abuse. So I've been using the MMPI and the SASSI since the 1980s. That's a long time. Then I worked in private practice. I worked in corrections. I worked in community mental health agencies. And then I started teaching at Western Michigan University. And then the University of North Carolina at Greensboro. I've been teaching the SASSI and the MMPI at both those places. These instruments, the SASSI especially, is the gold standard. Say gold standard. Gold standard of assessment instruments for substance use. I love it. Regretfully, as an LPC in Texas, you will not be allowed to administer or score an MMPI 3. However, you will be able to administer and score the SASSI. Before the SASSI, we had to use the McAndrews scale of the MMPI. Which was the substance abuse scale. And then they did the McAndrews R, the McAndrews revised. It was a great instrument, but I think the SASSI has more power and is more helpful to us. So what you really want to use is the SASSI, okay? Now this is important. You, take your finger, point to you. You are the most important part of any assessment for substance abuse or for any clinical interventions. You are. not the SASE. There's no instrument that's going to become close to you. You are always superior to any of the instruments. You are the anchor that holds the diagnosis. You get out your DSM-5-TR, you look at the criteria, you look at other diagnoses it could be, you look at the presenting disorders. The DSM-5-TR is going to tell you what criteria need to be met by the client for a different diagnosis, such as substance use disorder, alcohol, it would be under substance use disorder, alcohol use disorder, heroin use disorder. All those are anchored in the DSM-5-TR. So what you want to do is ask questions of your client and questions of the client's significant others after getting a release of information. This said, there are some times when the SASE won't pick everything on up and it'll say, hey, we're not detecting a substance use disorder. This is called no clinical markers of substance use disorder. Let me repeat that, because in the assessment article you're going to be writing, in the portion, I'm going to want you to address no clinical markers of substance use disorder. Basically what this means is none of the SASE's rules met or found substance use. So there are no strong indicators, either obvious or subtle, that problematic alcohol or drug use is occurring. That's essentially the SASE's way of saying nothing in the screening suggests a diagnosable disorder. Does that mean it doesn't exist? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. So, a couple important issues. An NCMOS is not a guarantee that no substance problem exists. It just means the test didn't detect one. Clinical judgment, that's you, your clinical judgment. Interview data such as blood alcohol levels, BACs, taken on site, taken in C, breathalyzers, blood tests, significant others information. All that goes into your interview. And you're going to ask your client about his, her, their substance use disorder. So it could be that they're only using substances when their girlfriend is gone. In other words, they feel like their girlfriend's going to leave them. I used to have clients when I ran the substance use disorder program at the University of North Carolina at Greensboro. Lots of guys wouldn't be drinking and drugging when they were with their girlfriend. However, when their girlfriend was out with another guy or out with another group of people, and the boyfriend, who wasn't really a boyfriend, but who wanted to be a boyfriend, would feel like other people would be hitting on his girlfriend, or maybe she'd be having more fun with them than what she did with him, those guys would start drinking and oftentimes would use substances. Or it could be maybe when somebody gets back together again with their old sorority sisters, and on those nights when they go out with their sorority sisters that they're using, and they fulfill alcohol use disorder. But the SASE might not pick up on that. So enjoy the PowerPoints, enjoy my videos. You can try to, I don't know if they're any good, but you can try that, and hopefully you'll like them. Incidentally, in most cases, quizzes are specific to your book. So if you're doing any junkie quizzes, you're going to need to read the C&K book chapters that coincide with that materials and make the course a blast for you. Just have fun. And remember, this is a 10-week course. It's usually a 15-week course, so you're going to have to be moving out and kicking rear end. Make this course a blast for you. When you watch my videos, make some popcorn, have some Coca-Cola, lots of butter on the popcorn, lots of salt. If you really want something really tasty, sprinkle a little bit of sugar on top of it. It'll be good. This is going to be a great course. If you have any questions for me, get a hold of me at gerald.junkie@utsa.edu. That email is, I'm the only junkie at UTSA. You can't beat that. So you've got junkie in Canvas. Is going to tell you how to get a hold of me. If you start typing in Gerald, Gerald .JUHNKE, it's going to come on up. It'll pop up for you. Have a great day. Thanks for taking your time with me today. I'm so honored to be serving you. Enjoy this course. Let's have a blast together. Bye-bye.